Hey everyone, 3 more movies to talk about. Let's get started. The Family Man is directed by Brett Ratner and stars Nicolas Cage. It's a Christmas movie. Nicolas Cage plays a financial guy, very wealthy guy in New York City, who meets a gentleman who is magical, played by Don Cheadle. And next thing you know, Nicolas Cage is woken up with next to his ex-girlfriend, and he has 2 children and a van, and is not wealthy. He sells tires for a living. And he gets to see what his life would be like if he married his ex-girlfriend and didn't leave her at the airport to go a different path. Very Capra-esque. It's good. I have a guy I work with who swears by this movie. Best Christmas movie ever made. No, it's not. But it's entertaining. It has a minimal amount of Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage. Téa Leoni's really good in it. The screenplay's fun, but it is not outside the realm of what you might expect from something like this. This is a paint-by-the-numbers movie. Well told, but not earth-shattering. I do get a fair amount of amusement out of the old cliche of someone running to the gate at an airport to stop someone from getting on a plane, which happens in this film. It's something that's going to go away because you can't run to the gate at an airport anymore. But it was fine, didn't hate my time with it. Won't watch it again. It's kind of one of those. Dave Made a Maze is a movie about a girl that comes home to find that her boyfriend has created a maze out of cardboard in their living room. He is stuck inside. She's like, why don't you just come out? It's like, because it's bigger on the inside, you don't understand. And this becomes a point of contention in the relationship, but doesn't stop her from inviting friends over to have cocktails and look at the maze. And their friends get bored, so they're like, let's go in the maze. And lo and behold, it is bigger on the inside, and Dave is lost inside the maze. So they go on an adventure to find him. Little magical realism for your afternoon. So the direction is spotty. The performances range from merely bad to terrible. The screenplay is ambitious, but not great. Everything about this movie, except for one aspect, is not worth your time. But that one aspect is astoundingly good, and that is production design. From a production design perspective, this movie is a masterpiece. There's so much imagination in every frame of the set design and how they shoot it and what they can do with cardboard inside of this movie. You can tell that most of the budget went to production design and not to actors or to script or for shooting or plot. Most of it went to production design. And the movie is a better movie for it and worthwhile because it is always a joy to look at, even in its worst acting moments. And you'll probably start the film and think I'm crazy because for the first 10-15 minutes of this thing, it's nothing but actors standing around a box talking. And it is cringe-inducing, but once they go inside the maze, wow. If you're an aspiring production designer, this is the movie for you. If you're an aspiring actor, go elsewhere. The Lodge is a horror movie directed by the people who created Goodnight Mommy. That movie was a slow burn film about a family on the brink of destruction. And this movie is an English language slow burn movie about a family on the brink of destruction. 2 children go with their dad and his new girlfriend to a lodge in the middle of nowhere to spend Christmas. The hook being that the girlfriend is a former member of a religious cult. A religious cult which committed mass suicide, very much like Heaven's Gate. And she might not be all that sane, and that's all I really want to say about the plot of this movie. If you saw Goodnight Mommy, you somewhat know what to expect here. It's along the same lines, but twisted on its head a little bit. But having seen their prior film, I knew kind of what to expect from this movie. And while I knew what to expect, I don't think it prepared me for it. This movie had me on the edge of my seat. And it has one of those oh my god endings that I just sat there in awe of. I can't believe they were allowed to do this. And because of that, this movie is more memorable than Goodnight Mommy. But this movie was a little bit more, had me a little bit more on edge. I really dug it. And that is it for this episode. Have you seen any of these movies? I will see you in comments, and I will see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for watching.